your face, but you wouldn't need looking yeah.
Alright, we're back with yet another episode of Goldmine Mondays. I'm your host, Billy Slum. And before we get into our guest of the day, I'm always give you the gold nugget of the day. Today's gold nugget is going to be keep chasing your dreams. Again, gold nugget of the day, keep chasing your dreams. Which leads me to the introduction into my next guest, one of the front runners of the 478 music scene as far as making goes. Really a master of all crafts, if you really want to be honest, and I don't think he get enough respect put on his name. So introduce the song and present others none other than the great CMD Styles.
Hey, what's going on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Hey, man. I was telling you outside, I appreciate your time because I know you're a busy guy, man.
Yeah, I appreciate the invite.
Mm-hmm.
Man, definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, man. You always welcome, bro. It's an honor to have you here too, man. Because, like I said, people don't put enough respect on the real, forefathers of what we know now as the making hip hop scene, and that's not because the things that y'all have been able to do are timeless. So I don't consider we all one in the music community, but just giving you the proper respect that you deserve as one of the front runners of this shit, man.
Right. I appreciate it.
Means a lot to me personally.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I want you to know that from
Yeah.
my mouth to yours, because like I said, we was talking off camera. I don't do a lot of talking.
Right,
People
right.
like, you in the podcast now. It's really a chance for me to have conversations,
Right.
like meaningful conversations with people I've come across in my journey and get to know, pick their brain, get their story. And this is monumental because nobody documents our stories.
Right.
So if they ain't gonna do it, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, you gotta do it. Somebody gotta do it.
Yeah, man. So let's get into you, man.
Okay.
CMD Styles. I ask every guest start off. What was the moment when you fell in love with what I call this thing of ours, the music, the arts, the all of it?
And you probably this probably a bit before y'all time.
Mm-hmm.
Beat Street. I don't know
Okay.
if you ever seen the movie Beat Street.
I'm familiar with Beat Street.
Yeah.
I remember Crush Groove and Breaking.
Right.
I
Beat Street was a little bit before.
Okay.
It was along the times of Breaking,
Mm-hmm.
but Beat Street, that was my moment.
Okay.
Because if you watch Beat Street, it had MC. The storyline was a graffiti artist
Mm-hmm.
that his dad didn't respect him because he painted on trains, and he ended up getting killed. But his posse consisted of him as a graffiti artist,
Mm-hmm.
Lee as the breakdancer,
Mm-hmm.
double cat the DJ / MC, and then they had another cat that kind of like their manager, always handling the business.
Mm-hmm.
So Beat Street, like literally when I saw Beat Street, I went in the room and took everything off the wall and got some spray paint and tried to emulate that on the train on my wall. And I think that was the moment that I officially fell in love with hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
But being that a lot of my family was from New York and we went back and forth a lot, I kind of was into the culture anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Beat Street kind of sealed the deal.
Okay, so let's pinpoint that because I didn't know you had New York roots.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
speak on that, man. Like you coming along in a time where the culture is like, really starting to bubble,
Right.
and you getting the best of both worlds.
Right.
So talk about that, man.
Like my dad was in the Navy,
Mm-hmm.
so a lot of people think I was born and raised in Macon, but I was born in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in Charleston, South Carolina, Jacksonville, Florida, Portsmouth, Virginia, Connecticut. So when we lived in Connecticut, most of my mama people, they're in New York. So of course Connecticut and New York right there. So
Right.
we just go back and forth to New York a lot. So just seeing New York as a shorty and moving to the South and hearing people comparing the two, it's kind of like I had the best of both worlds.
Mm-hmm.
I had some dirty South in me, then I had some upstate in me too. So it kind of like, I guess gave me a little edge on the hip hop scene before most people down here started really MCing. And I would go to New York and see the triple fat goose coats and Kangos and shit, you know. So that was me, but I still did in a southern style. Southern style.
Yeah, man, it makes sense, man.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah. I mean, that was about it. Like I said, just being not only from a New York standpoint, but just being that I did live in Florida, I did live in South Carolina. I was on a Navy base a lot of times, so I was in school with black, white, Asian, Philippine, you know. So when it came to music and
Very cultural at an early age.
you know, I never got stuck in one way. I'm still not stuck in one way.
Right,
you know?
right.
My secret obsession is pop music. You know, I love pop music, but you know, ain't nowhere to hear no real pop music. You know.
Yeah.
So
that's dope, man. So it all makes sense now.
yeah.
Like the airbrush and the dance. You've been to all these places it's like a
And like I said, because
it's like a big gumbo.
Right. So if you watch the movie Beat Street, I want to be every character.
Yeah. So you just like,
I
okay,
want to be
all
the
that.
artist. I want to be the rapper. I want to be the break dancer. I want to be the little dude with the Kango and the briefcase where he handling business. I want to be the manager. And I want even like the DJ. And I just picked that up lately. So I even want to be the DJ.
Yeah.
I want to be every element of hip hop.
So that's a true definition of chasing my dream.
Right.
I love that you embody that, and I try to take a piece of that for myself.
Right.
You know, and just do it in my own little way. But you inspire that, man. Like, you know, so like you said, you ain't stopped. You try to capture every element of hip hop. So now you're into the DJing.
Right.
Talk about that.
Well, like I said, I've always had a passion for music. Period. I've always admired the DJ. I never really got into the DJing because I was either dancing, drawing, or writing, you know. So what made me finally get into the DJing and just to be, keep it all the way funky is I've been putting out music, what I think is pretty good music. In the market we in, you're only gonna hear select, I would say soundtrack. You're only gonna hear a certain amount of records. You're gonna hear certain songs. So I saw myself in a position where, like, okay, if I go out and keep hearing the same stuff over and over and over, how can I hear some of the music I want to hear? Not only some of the music I want to hear, but how can I hear my music? If I can't get a DJ to play it, what's the best way to get a DJ to play it? Become a DJ. So I decided, hey, if I ain't gotta wonder if my music was played at Grant's last Thursday, I know it was. I played it. I ain't gotta wonder if my music was played at the Falcon Tailgate 2 weeks ago. I know it was because I played it. So it helps me not only break my music, break some other artists, break some other, especially like good songs. And the thing is, the advantage I have over, I guess, the working DJ, I'm not doing it for money. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really pay me a couple $100 to come to play at your club and I gotta play what you want to play. I'm just doing it my way. I'm playing it for the love,
Yeah.
So I can, like I tell people, I don't have a reputation yet. So I can't ruin my reputation by throwing on a Sunday Spoon record or a Billy Sloan record or a Goody Supreme record. I can't ruin my reputation. I ain't got no reputation.
Yeah.
This is my reputation. He gonna play what he wanna play, So
you do show love, man. I was gonna mention that. I'm glad you did say
but
that.
I'm also embracing the journey. I needed a new challenge. I've been doing music and painting for so long. I just, just like anybody else, you need a new challenge every now and then. You need to challenge yourself. You need a new project, a new baby. So that's my new baby. And I'm embracing the journey now. Don't think I'm just trying to get in there just for that. I'm at, practicing. I'm in the lab.
I done heard you. I done actually heard you, do a couple of scratches.
I'm sneaking them in there. I don't do them live a lot. I sneak them in there. So
so y'all have to put some respect on my guy's name because he really been in the lab. I done heard you personally. So that's
but
dope,
like I said, it's still all about the music. I just love music. There's a lot of great songs out there that don't get heard just because of the politics and the bullshit, you know.
Yeah.
Which is part of the business too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. So let's pinpoint that, man. So as we stated at the beginning, you are one of the front runners of this 478 music scene.
Right.
What was the struggle for y'all back then, man? Because, you know, of course, y'all before our time, so I don't think we really had many studios, to my knowledge. So educate me. So, like, what was the grind like for y'all? First of all, talk about the name CMD, where it comes from.
Right.
Give people the background on that. Tell us how was it for you starting to get into it, and y'all was literally like building the culture like from scratch. So let's talk about that process.
All right, CMD really my initials,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but I just chasing my dream and causing much damage. Like I got a little mock radio television station that I'm building that's gonna be YouTube based called we causing much damage television and radio. So it's causing much damage, chasing my dream. Those are the two monikers that I use for CMD. As far as the hip hop scene in Macon, I gotta shout out Rafiki. I don't know if you ever heard that name before.
I think
He's probably the first person that I knew of that had an actual record deal off of a rap record. I did some writing for him, and we had a dance with him.
From Macon?
Yeah. He had a
Word.
Yeah, Rafiki. Google Rafiki.
I gotta look this up.
So he was the first guy that I knew of that had a record deal from rapping, and we had a dance group called PSD. We were, you know,
I was everywhere.
Yeah, we was everywhere. So we were his dancers, but I used to actually write for him a little bit. And a little bit before him, I don't know if you know DJ Rude. Okay, a lot of people don't know DJ Rude used to rap.
I ain't know that either.
Yeah, so we used to be his dancers too. So he was kind of like LL type vibe. You know,
come on, man.
Rude A, one of my favorite songs he did, Stage Material, this Fort Valley Homecoming, all that. So he was a rapper, so we used to dance behind him.
You getting history right here.
Yeah, so we did shows, we opened up for like Father MC and all. This one, P. Diddy was a dancer.
For Father MC.
Yeah, we was on some show with them, you know. So with Rude A and Rafiki, I started helping him write songs, and then he was kind of like, man, get in there, you know. But I wasn't comfortable as a MC, you know. I could write, but I really didn't like rap. So fast forward, John Amos we had a high school fraternity too at Central called Sigma Psi Phi. So John Amos went to Northeast, so he was trying to. We started a chapter at Southwest, and we were gonna start a chapter at Northeast. So John Amos was one of the members over there. So this is how he started in Macon. We was at Crystals on Pine.
The infamous Crystals.
The infamous Crystals on Pine on the skate ring. And I didn't know John Amos rapped at the time.
Yeah.
He had just came home from the military, and he put in this cassette tape here. This cassette tape.
Okay.
This ain't CD.
Yeah, man, give me all the feels.
So
all the feels.
He pop the cassette in. We sitting in Crystals, and I don't forgot the song, but I just remember my favorite line from the song. It said, "Who started that black Bart Simpson T-shirt? Bart ain't black," and something. I'm like, oh, that's cold blooded, you know.
Yeah.
So that's when I found out I could rap. So initially I started managing John Amos. I had moved to Atlanta. I had a shop in Decatur, and he used to come back and forth with me in Atlanta. So that's how me and him started working. So me and John Amos used to be in and out of every nook and cranny in Atlanta, doing open mics, and he would do most of the writing, but I would write a little bit. And when we would be recording here and there, he was like, man, you get in there and do it, you know. So he kind of forced me in the booth. So if I had to say somebody made me get in the booth, it would be John Amos, because I was really just his manager. So we had a deal on the table with RCA Records. We had a deal on the table with Itchy Barn, and it was another label. But then we ended up signing a deal with Wall Street. Independent label, Wall Street Music.
Okay.
Brought DJ Skills in as our DJ, and we were kind of formatting our group kind of like Naughty by Nature.
Right.
Well, John ain't with the
Producer.
either main MC.
Okay.
I'm Vin Rock.
You Vin Rock.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can rap.
Okay,
You know, I bet.
okay,
And
put
DJ
me on.
Skills is KG.
KG.
That's how
Okay.
the group was situated. So once we started recording the album, you know, if you go back and listen to Soulism, our first album, Jay is on most of the track. Me and Skill featured on some, but Jay did pretty much most of the rapping because that's the way the group formulated. So we ended up signing a deal with Wall Street Music, independent label. Studio was right off of Duncan Block. I don't know if you ever heard the line where I say, "Threw at the first shop right off of Duncan Block." So the studio.
So was it that? Okay, don't tell me. Was it that house like across from the old?
Nah, it wasn't a house. It was actual. If you go, if you bend the corner coming off from Central, what's the street that goes around? You know where Money Brabham? I did a mural on the side of the wall now of Rock from the West Side. Remember Matt Brabham who played for Central basketball? His mom and them had a shop right there.
Okay.
It's 3 buildings. It was a little small store. I had a little shop.
Hold on. Yeah.
If you've been in the corner by Tatner, if you look to the left, it's a wall mural. Right now, that was where the first shop was at.
Oh.
So I had an airbrush shop right there, and we had a studio in the back. So we had that's when our record label actually gave us the MP3, the Triton keyboard. So all that was in the back of that shop.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of people from Duncan used to come up there and record, you know. It was basically a pre-production studio.
Yeah.
So that's where we started pre-production. But our first album was actually recorded at what y'all know is Capricorn now. Then it was Phoenix.
I remember Phoenix.
You know Phoenix?
My man, what's his name?
Skip. Yeah.
Skip.
Yeah. So you've been in there.
Yep.
See, KD.
That's what Fillmore recorded their
Right.
album.
Fillmore recorded their album. A couple other people and see, Crad went in there. We did I Love My City song. But it was his first time going in what was Phoenix.
Yeah.
The big one, you know. He thought Capricorn was the other side where they at now.
Gotcha.
He was like, man, I didn't know they was. I was like, yeah, this well. Fillmore recorded their first album. We recorded, so we recorded
GLP.
Yeah. So that's where y'all recorded y'all first project.
We recorded. Throw Your Hands Up there.
Yeah. No.
And let's see if you. Yeah, we did a couple songs there.
Okay. Yeah, with Skip. Yeah, Skip was a hell of an engineer.
Yep.
Did you know at that time Mercer already owned it though?
I ain't know that.
Yeah, Mercer owned it way back then. Yeah, but Skip had told us that they bought it. They gave him, I think, 2 or 3 years free before he had to relocate. That's why he left.
Gotcha.
Mercer already owned it even back then.
Wow.
And I think somehow I came across some plans for how they was talking about developing Mercer. So I was like, man, that's crazy. You know, to know that Mercer owned it way back then.
That's wow.
Yeah. So
it's history, man.
Now let me ask you something. Some of the posters that with the Throw Your Hands Up posters, the graphics. You know who did those graphics?
Yeah, See, I ain't know
I did
that.
a lot of those graphics, G Money. And I don't know if you remember Spoon's first album cover, The Hustler.
Yeah.
Well, not his first album cover. Remember The Hustler?
I remember.
Yeah, we did that. Like because even then we were one of the first ones, you know, doing real graphics.
Yeah.
So I can do a lot of the flyers and even like when Young Guns first came out. I didn't do that album cover, but I used to do a lot of them shirts and all, you know, all that stuff. So I've been around here working, but like I said, I always just and I don't. If you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah.
So
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Bro.
So it's gaps in, you know, because like I can go back like you didn't know about Rude A. I'm sure they can tell me somebody else who will.
Yeah, I ain't know about what's my man Rafiki.
Yeah,
See, I ain't know nothing about that. You educated me, so yeah.
And Rafiki had a good situation, but he got caught up in the because the first song was called "Would You Be My Girl," so it was on the lines of that LL I Need Love.
Right.
but it was right before the NWAs and all them dropped. So, Would You Be My Girl appeared too soft once the
Gangster
raps and started dropping, so he tried to switch his style too quick and it didn't work out for him. But shouts out to Rafiki. Hell of an artist, hell of a producer.
I got some Google to do, man. See, I don't know everything. That's the purpose of having these conversations, bro. Cause
so next time you see Rude, they just say stage material. See what they say.
Okay. Shout out to DJ Rude.
Yeah,
man. Yeah. So if we don't tell these stories, bro, how do people and put it in this format?
Right.
I would have never known none of this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
and it's even like when I see people, you know, of course we in the social media age, so you see a lot of comments, opinions, thought processes.
Right.
I don't comment a lot. I ain't gonna say I don't care, but I know it's people can only speak on what they seen and what they know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I see a lot of people saying they were the first to do this first. And I'd be like, well, it was somebody before them, but it ain't my place to correct every because
like educating me, bro.
Yeah, the stories come.
Yeah.
But I'd rather do it in a setting like this.
Yeah.
Instead of social media because of so much get confused and twisted. And then you gotta argue about nothing. So a setting like this is
perfect.
It's perfect to get the story. Because I'm sure some stuff, even though I've been around forever, that I don't know.
Yeah.
And you know, some stuff that GWP did and y'all got stories that we were here in FY and you know, you never know. But you know.
Yeah, it's some stories.
Yeah, it's some stories. And like I said, the grind was different. It was fun. Every era has its advantages and disadvantages. You know, every era. So our grind was real time, like really basically the NWA movie. You gotta go perform and hope these record labels come and see you perform.
Yeah.
Now you just gotta.
Yeah, I remember when Power Supply. It was Power Supply, right?
Power Supply.
Y'all was everywhere. I was here on the radio. I remember being, you know, a youngster and just hearing like, who are these guys?
Yeah.
And you still like present day, you'll still get up there and bust a move on them.
Well, like I tell them, man, is in our era, gangsters dance too.
For sure.
Like
1,000%.
You know, I know it got to the point where Joe was too cool to dance, but like I was telling a cat, I'm like,
man,
some of the most
gangster
jokers that Joker swear this Joker so fan that Joker dance
and will crack.
Crack and dance.
Keep you laughing. They gonna crack on you. They're some of the funniest people you ever want to meet, man. Don't believe the hype.
Yeah, don't believe it.
Yeah, man. Let's get into your gumbo pot, man, because you it's a lot that comes with you.
Right.
So I'm gonna give you free reign. I ain't gonna say I'm not gonna limit you to one aspect of your artistry, right? So I always ask people what's their gumbo pot. Who influenced you in your dance and your MCing, your art? I mean, you already talked about kind of touched on the art, but still give me like some specific artists that you captured and you like, man, that's dope. Let me try to, and see, every aspect of what you do. Just give me your gumbo pot.
And the crazy thing is, from an art standpoint, it was more television artists. It wasn't
street.
It wasn't Picasso. It wasn't Basquiat. It wasn't Michelangelo. It was Raymo off of Beach Street.
Okay.
And JJ off of Good Time. Those were my.
Now I know JJ from Good Time.
Yeah, those were my like. Well,
I gotta do my Googles on
Raymo from Beach Street. Yeah, I want to be JJ. I want to,
Yeah.
That's because Good
He
Time.
had some hell of art too.
Yeah. And they were really Ernie Barnes who really painted the artist. Ernie Barnes.
Yeah.
So I knew that, but it was still the JJ. It's almost like if I had the Beach Street, I gave you the rundown about Beach Street. Good Time because we wasn't poor like they was, but we weren't rich either. My mama was Florida, kind of church did it. My daddy was kind of James, Like, don't play the radio with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he believe in God, but he'd rather have a black Jesus though.
Yeah.
You know, he actually did what James did and took a crayon and drew afro on Jesus.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
So my mama was like Florida, literally. Y'all finna do this. My dad was James. You finna get a whooping. Don't come in here making all that noise when I come to the house. You know. So I looked at it like, shoot, I might well be JJ. I might well be the silly artist. You know. So JJ was part of my inspiration. But I knew Ernie Braun. You know, I did my research. I was like, oh, Jay, you know, he can paint, but it was really Ernie Braun.
Yeah.
So from an artist standpoint, it was a TV show that really inspired me. Music, I would say everything. Like, biggest Prince fan in the world. Prince probably was my biggest inspiration.
Come on, man. Talk about it.
Pre-hip hop. Prince just always been different. Yeah, I love Mike too, but Prince, just knowing his story, knowing, you know, and really listening to what this guy was saying way back then. You know, Skitty Man died with a big disease with a little name. Soon a friend came across me, soon she did the same. At home, 17-year-old boy, they had an idea of fun, being in a gang called the Cypher House Crack, told him a machine gun. And he wrote that back
then.
Before we seen it.
Yeah.
You know, like, this dog, you know.
Yeah, that time.
Yeah, he deep. And then knowing he played everything. Knowing he sung everything. So Prince probably my biggest, like, musical inspiration. Then after that, hip hop, it was LL. They say the greatest, you know, you had arguments about Jay-Z, and Pop, you know. I'm with that, but LL is kind of like over here. Like, man, y'all say, oh, nah, you know, LL, that's LL. You don't even rank him, he just out there. You know, so LL, probably my biggest.
LL, that guy, man.
Yeah, probably my biggest influence.
And his last album hard, too.
Yeah, oh, yeah. But, like I said, you gotta be into LL to, you know, now. Yeah. But LL is that dude, always has been.
Yeah, for sure.
Dancing wise, like I said, once again, Beach Street. I really couldn't break dance. You know, I was on the Husky side. You know, I don't even know, they still sell Husky jeans. They still sell Husky.
Oh no, bro. I think.
You know, when I was in high school,
you might got a lane for that.
Yeah, when I was in school, I had to have shop in the Husky section. So break dancing, I really like. I had a little knee spin. My knee spin game was alright, but no windmill, you know, cow Husky. So, but I love to dance. So
when the rerun.
Nah, I wasn't that thick. Yeah, you gotta be a little thicker to rerun. Yeah. So I just, you know, stood on sideline until the prep came out. I don't know if you know the prep. When the prep came out and, you know, stuff, now I'm in there. I had to wait till it got off the ground. I had to get up, man. I had to get off the ground, man. All that
big boy can't be doing backspin.
Yeah, all that head spin. Hey, man, that's easy. That's too easy. I don't even want to do it.
For sure.
Yeah, but that's when I kind of got into dancing, and then like once you hit a couple of talent shows, go to school dance, and you see, oh boy, ain't gotta be that cute. I can dance. There you go.
They like that.
Yeah, so hey, I'm gonna dance some more because I ain't that cute. So that's when I really started dancing. I ain't 10, you know. So I know how to work my, you know what I'm saying? Like some people think they cuter than they are. Some people cute.
Yeah.
I wasn't that cute. I was alright. But I knew if I did a talent show or won a dance contest. We're keeping it funky.
Hey, man.
I knew if I won a talent show or dance contest for the next 2 weeks, I looked just as good as the cute guy.
Okay.
And then after 2 weeks, hey, gotta do another talent show.
Yeah.
Hit him again. So that's what really made me lock into the dance.
Okay. Yeah. So you gave me the art, you gave me the music, you gave me the dancing. What we got left? Who's your favorite DJ?
My favorite DJ? I mean, big DJ, of course, Jazzy Jeff.
Hey man, I seen Jazzy Jeff. Jazzy Jeff still.
Oh yeah,
he's still in his set now. He still get out there and he nasty with it.
And even Part of that is because we did a show when we were PSD with the Fresh Prince. Not Will Smith, we did a show with the Fresh Prince.
Again, history.
So I saw Jazzy Jeff
Live and
from that point I was like, God, no.
Yeah, but on his Instagram, I seen you recently. He'll still got,
you know. And I appreciate it, even like, you know, getting into the DJ. You got the old heads mad at the new heads for the technology. I appreciate that Jeff, because he got on there saying, look, man, it ain't about the technology. Do what you do, keep them people party. You know, so when somebody like a legend like that, you know, stamp, you know, technology gonna be technology. Keep the party rocking. You know, okay. You know, like a rock party. I ain't got an eye scratch about it, but Jazzy Jeff. But if I had to say my favorite DJ here,
hey, this is your world.
I mean, well, rough. Of course, AJ.
Don't get yourself in trouble now.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it.
I
keep it all the way funky. Okay. AJ still my favorite DJ, but just because he's so light years ahead.
Yeah.
You know, and little known fact, AJ used to get us booked as PSD for $500, $700 back then to do private parties, like house parties. So knowing he got us booked, I'm thinking like, what this just getting paid? This back then.
Yeah.
So I got some old video where we did a house party, and I don't know what AJ would feed these folks to tell them, like when the announcers like straight off the plane from LA, you know, who I'm looking around to see who he talking about. who else performed? But you know, so AJ, like, he just been so far ahead of the game. But when it comes to the jiggle, you know, skills, my boy, smooth, nice with it. Other than that, like, I don't really know who else can. I seen skills from day one, like, they just for real with it.
Yeah.
And I know Smooth can go too, as far as cutting it, but that skills.
What do you think happened to that art of DJing and music culture right now, man? I mean, we still got DJs. We still salute the DJs, and they mix and they rock the party. I'm talking about the actual that at the scratching part of it. Why do you think that's not as prevalent right now?
I just think because there's so many avenues now. Like even with me re-releasing music now, like I was telling people, the reason I started back releasing music because I was basically cleaning up my shop one day. I just started finding CDs and just popping in like, oh, why ain't never released that? Oh, well, I wrote that for such and such. Oh, dang. So I was like, man, I ain't finna die and let all this music go to the grave with me. But I also understood that the internet, the lane that used to be this wide is this wide, and you can. So why not do it? So with the DJing, I think because the lane, you know, like me, I consider myself a host DJ. When people ask me like, hey, I need you to DJ a party, I might tell them, look, the first thing I ask them, how old are they? They 32, it's a birthday. No, I don't want to do it because I know my lane. I know, give me some old school and up.
I got you.
Because I know what I can do and I know what I can't do. I know I ain't finna go listen to this and learn this music, and I had a big gap between the radio and now. Now I'm relearning a lot of songs, but I know I had a gap where I didn't care about what was coming out because it just didn't feed my soul. So I think that the lane is so wide, it's still a place for that. It's just not
very much so.
It's not in the club and it's not in our region, and that's what a lot of times we get caught up. And even with social media, we get caught up in our algorithms. And in life, we gotta reset them algorithms. You know, because if we just stay here, we're gonna swear it ain't a lane for it. We might go to New York, be like, shoot, but that's all they do. So I think that's just the reality of.
Yeah, that's been one of my biggest struggles, bro.
Yeah. What's that?
Just finding the lane for what I do.
Right.
So again, so just like you said, you know, you got us a DJ and so you can play your own music.
Right.
I started this so we can have our own
Right.
platforms. So people know about us, man. You know where to find us. So know that it's a story behind these artists who pioneered the way for people like me.
And,
you know,
and like I said, it's a lot of good stories, a lot of good music out there, but because it's a plus that the lane is wide open, but now it's so crowded.
Yeah,
it's
saturated.
It's like, how can we get to the good stuff? You know, and even like with me as a DJ, you know, I had a couple people try to hire me, and I said, well, I'm really not for hire. She was like, and like a lady was like, what you mean? I said, well, I don't want to accept any DJ job, because then once you accept the job and you accept pay, to a certain extent, I work for you now. And if you come up here and keep asking me to play the same thing over and over, eventually I'll be like, man, I'm gonna go get your money back. I don't even want to be here. So right now, I'm more focused on peace and energy, positive energy, than I am money. You know what I'm saying? So I feel you with like finding your lane, because that's what I had to do. I'm like, okay, because I know, you probably know, probably about 4 or 5 years ago, I did a DJ cattle call. I don't know if you call it a cattle call, where I had AJ set up the sound, TVs, had Skills, Smooth, Jerry. I invited all the DJs, wind and dine them, come. I'm gonna perform. I want y'all to hear all my music. AJ played all my videos, and most of the DJs were like, man, I didn't know you had that much music. Yeah. So I invited G Money was there, people from Alabama. Did a whole about 4 years ago. So pretty much all the DJs told me the same thing, man. We love your music, but it don't fit in. You know, it don't fit in. I said, oh, cool, I get it. So that was me trying to find my lane. But the question I asked, I was like, okay, how can I move my music? How can you test it? Because it might fit in. And you know, most of my music is on a positive tip. Then I got my up-tempo dance floor music. So fast forward to now, in the last 2-3 years, everybody on the dance, everybody dance. So all that music really slide right back in now, you know. So
call it repurposing your content.
Right. So
that's a Santrell term.
Got it. So that's what I'm doing, to sliding it back in there. Even though I get it, at the time, the dance floor wasn't wide open like it was. But that was part of my mission, to try to say, hey man, what do I need to do? How do I fit in? Where do I went to the DJ. What do I need to do? I mean, I think I paid my dues. I have to pay them over and over and over, or, you know. So it's working out, man. Like I said, I'm enjoying the journey. And even since I've been DJing, a few other DJs have started playing my music a little bit more.
Man, that's hard, man. And I like the fact that you still show love to other artists, because you know I struggle.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So I want to again salute you for
salute you for doing this, for what you do.
Nah, man, this is part of my ministry.
Yeah.
I say it all the time.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a real ministry, because we got a lot of unsung heroes here.
Right.
And like I said, like, it's stuff that you just dropped on me. It's like I'm today years old learning this stuff.
Right. Oh yeah.
And, talk about the late great John Amos, man. I want to double back to that, because I would love to have had a chance to do this with him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. So I feel like we got to keep part of his legacy alive, by people who knew him the best. You know what I'm saying? Right. So speak about that gift that was in John Amos, man.
John Amos was probably one of the most talented cats I ever came across in my life. John Amos was probably the most stubborn cat at the time that I came across in my life. Talented. Me and that cat bump heads a lot. I love him to death. We bump heads a lot, because once again, when I've always known, but when you really start working, my thing was like, you do what you do best, and let me do what I do best.
Yeah.
So you make the music, write the song. Let me deal with these people over there. So we had started a real uphill climb with Soul Level. Got the record deal, Wall Street Music. We actually did a video. We were on a college tour with us as the opening act and Jay-Z as the headliner.
Oh wow!
And this was a tour. It was like 8 shows. I think it was 8 shows that we were supposed to do. And when I say we was on a tour, each show our group was the first name on the ticket, and Jay-Z was the last name on the ticket. Mm-hmm. So first show we went to, of course, didn't nobody know us. They treated us like we were just, like I think we was at maybe it was an HBCU tour, maybe at North Carolina Central. So we walk in, guys going to the man, let me rap with y'all and all kinds of crazy stuff. The promoters, they had to keep telling them who we were. Finally, did the sound check. We showed out at the show pretty good. Went to the next spot. I think it was Shaw or somewhere. Went to the next spot. Promoters noticed like, hey, y'all were in North Carolina, did pretty good. Went to the next show. That's when the promoter realized, like, y'all want to tour? Who are y'all? We like, Soul Up. Oh, okay. So they knew the name, but didn't really, because like you said, you know how it is when you open the act, ain't no other artists there. Yeah. Ain't nobody, But it's 1 or 2 acts that might go on before us, but we're the first one on the ticket. So by the 4th show, we eat dinner with them, they making sure we got our dressing room, telling us what the alcohol part is. So I think Kentucky State might have been the last one we did. It was us. Outkast was right after us. I think Lost Boys and Jay-Z. So we at the point now where they kind of getting to know us, and Def Jam. What I learned later on, Def Jam rep actually called our label and was like, "Hey, the way these boys performing, they should be on Soul Some More Records." So they kind of in talks. But John Amos had just opened up his studio. I don't know if you remember, he had a studio all the way out Great Highway. And he got stuck in his ways and he didn't want to go nowhere. So, long story short, it became the issue with him versus the label. Because they kept butting heads. They basically shelved us and didn't even put our second album out. And I just posted a promo video. I think I posted it on. I know I shared it with DJ Skills. It's a promo video talking about Soul, talking about the tour, all the stations we was on. Our song actually played on. You remember the show Beverly Hills 91210?
91210, yeah.
Our song actually played on that TV show.
Oh, dope.
And if you watch the promo video, it just keeps showing me and Skills. You'll see a glimpse of John Amos. And they were talking about our second album. But because the relationship was strained between John Amos and the label, they were kind of trying to. But because he was the lead MC, it was kind of hard to do the second album without. So, long story short, very talented brother, man. Sound Mac Time, he produced everybody around here. A lot of his first studio equipment was actually given to us by our record label. Because I don't know if you're familiar with Mike Buckholz. You ever heard the name Mike Buckholz? Okay. Google Mike Buckholz. He did our first 2 singles for Soul.
Okay.
He had just came out the road with Hammer. He was one of the Hammer producers. So the label wanted Buckholz to do our whole album. I convinced the label to buy some equipment to let John Amos do our album. And the reason they put it in my shop because they wanted to put it in a neutral spot where everybody could get to it. They like, we ain't gonna buy the equipment to get it. Said, do y'all have a place to put it in? So I was like, well, we can put it in my shop. I give everybody a key. Because even though Mike Buckholz produced the first couple of tracks, John Amos was in there kind of guiding him, and I knew he could do it, So I convinced the label, hey man, instead of paying him, just buy the equipment and let John Amos produce it. Then I introduced him to Sunday Spoon. And Spoon came over there and got his production. And after that, he started producing everybody. See, that, like I said, that's the part where when he opened up his own studio, he had started producing so many cats that he would make more money producing than he would have made on the road with solo. Because you know how the game go when you first get out there, you ain't making no money.
Gotcha. Okay.
So now, it's like, hey man, we gotta dance you. They need to pay me, you know. So part of the game, part of the politics of the game. That's how I go. Great dude, hell of a producer, hell of an MC, hell of a songwriter. Like I said, he's probably the reason I started knowing in the booth.
Yeah.
He was the same like Rafiki. I would sit there and write something or say something, man, you get in there, dude. The same thing with DJ Skill, man, you get in there and y'all gonna be on this song, you know. And then after that, Spoon, we started doing some songs together. He kind of did the same thing, man. I'll get on this song.
He is definitely the architect of the sound that started this whole movement.
Right. Yeah.
So rest in peace to John Angle.
Oh yeah,
for sure, 1,000%.
Yeah.
Talk about your current endeavors, man. As far as like the business and all that.
But,
so yeah, you're a man that wear many hats, bro.
Yeah.
You know, so get into it, man. What we got going on? You got the brand on.
Yeah.
Got
the brand.
Oh my bad, I forgot. I meant to shout out Rare Individuals, man. Shout out to home Carbon 15, man.
Yeah.
Anyway,
they've been around a long time.
Yeah.
The Chasing My Dream brand, man. I always trying to keep the brand alive. Still doing the airbrushing.
That's what I meant. I'm glad you said that. Yeah. You done some of the greatest murals the city has ever seen, man.
I appreciate it.
A couple of them were my personal homeboys, so that means that gives you an extra notch.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? For you did one for you did one for Pookie Love.
Yeah.
Right? You did one for
one for him at hanging at Club Money.
But
in fact, did all the pictures.
You did all of them, Gangsta Dre.
Gangsta Dre, Rat Foster,
Kingpin.
Years ago, I did a Tupac and Biggie that was on Main Street over there in Fort Hill. Before they knocked the building down.
So this is iconic history that you witnessing right here, man. These things, these scenes that you see when you ride through the city are making all because of this, man.
Yeah. I've been to Legends Fitness.
I ain't been in no.
Yeah, you doing that? Got Little Richard, Odie Redden, Onyx, and all my brothers on the wall. So I still get.
You got a passion for it, man. I like to see you still at it, man.
Yeah, I still do it. Still do get my paint on. Like I said, got the partner who I got the clothing brand with. We actually heavy into the HBCU. Got some HBCU paraphernalia. Driving just got a few licenses with them. Shout out to Scooty Whoop, Jeremy Winters. If you go to Winters Industries, specializing in all the D9 paraphernalia.
Okay.
If you're familiar with the D9 community, the Q-Dog, the Alphas.
Okay.
So
Okay.
We'll be on the road with them a lot. But like I said, we got the license for Fort Valley, Tuskegee, Grambling. He graduated from Grambling, so it's his company, but I work heavily with him with that, with the D9 apparel and the HBCU. So in the near future, you'll see me rocking a whole bunch of HBCU gear, promoting that.
My boy be moving, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Rental, the business took a turn. I still, sold most of those. Still got one that I just like to play with.
Okay.
Of course, the DJing.
Because I had rental one from you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Slingshots. It was fun while it lasted, but then the business side of it took a turn, so I had to get out of that one.
Okay.
I said the DJing, of course, we're doing that. Got the Go Bar. I don't know if you've seen the Go Bar, the mobile tailgate trailer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got a trailer that lets down to
so tell the people how they can get at you, man.
Hey, man, just Google CMD Styles. You can follow me on all social media platforms, CMD STYLES. So we got that jumping where we trying to get But it lets down to the stage and has the TVs on. And see, even as me coming into the DJ game, I was trying to come in like, okay, Joker don't let me on their stage. I just bring my own stage. It ain't a real big stage, but yeah, I got
it's yours.
Yeah, so I'm even getting into probably purchasing one or two more stages, you know, and level up with that. So
man, so we've been talking about a tour.
Yeah.
You like the mobile tour yourself.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We need to talk, man.
Yeah, and
we need to talk, my brother. Off camera.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You got to control the narrative.
Yeah. You
got to try to control it. And even when like the John Amos and the Spoon, we were pounding the pavement. And nothing. Even you can do all the social media you want, but you still got to do the work.
Yeah.
And that's what you're supposed to do.
For sure, 1,000%.
That
was really one of my next questions. I was going to ask you, from your perspective, how imperative is it to stay active? Because all these years, I ain't never seen you sit down.
Right.
And you've been staying at it. And I took a page from the book.
Right.
If I'm going to do it, I'm going to be consistent at it.
Yeah. And like I said, you got to make a decision. Do you want to be the best rapper? Do you want to make money? Do you have love for it? What will you do and will not do to compromise the art? And a lot of times we can compromise the art to make money, but do as like you're an artist. Sometimes it's hard to be an artist.
Very much so.
The artists don't get
Especially
paid.
the type of artist I am.
They don't make as much money quickly as the gimmicks. You know, like, not to take a shot at nobody, but it's all of a sudden a lot of overnight cowboy with Southern Soul. If you Southern Soul, I get it. Be Southern Soul. Some of these jokers just trying to get over there right quick because of the gimmick. You know, now with me, I've done songs that fit the Southern Soul, but like I tell people, I ain't got no cowboy hat. Now if it's a movie or a play. My mama want to have a Western themes party. I might, but I didn't even have no cowboy hat when I was a little boy. So I'm not going to throw on cowboy hat and boots just to fit in. You know, now some people it look good on. Some people know how to rock it. I was husky. But if you go back and watch the old cowboy movie,
I don't think it
was no husky cowboy.
I know, but some of the artists I've been, like I said, to know the genre and be able to write for artists in that lane, you have to study it.
Right.
And a lot of these guys I've been looking up, they don't that's not their attire.
Right. And that's what I try to tell people. I like, just do you. Because a lot of the people that's top tier Southern Soul, they just put on a ball cap and they keep.
Yeah.
So my thing is to artists is you got to make that decision to just be who you are. And sometimes it's hard because nowadays people want you to fit in a certain. They want to grab you and put you right here. Like, oh, hey, like you rap, you sing, you write, you do. I'm sure you probably do poetry. You do it all. So you can't. If somebody say, "Man, you're a rapper," it's hard for you to say, "Yeah," because you can.
I think most people classify me as a rapper, and I'm cool with that because that's how I first presented myself to the public.
Right. But if somebody says you're a rapper,
that's me.
Right. What's your answer?
I'm an artist.
Right. And so that's the hardest thing sometimes because you are an artist. I'm an artist, man. You know, just like I don't know if you ever heard the song Sunday I got. And when you come on, I say, you know, a lot of times people come up to me and say, CMD, you a gospel rapper? I'm like, well, sometimes I rap about gospel, so I guess I can say, yeah, you know, I don't consider myself a gospel. I just do music.
Right. Just do what you feel.
Whatever come out. Sometimes I sing a little bit, sometimes I rap a little bit, sometimes, you know. And even going back to when you were saying like the art of scratching, like when people come up to me and say, like, you rap, like, yeah. But I would never get in a battle. You would never see me like at a battle versus a Goody or a Slum or a Spoon or a John Amos. I ain't gonna get up there and, you know.
Yeah, you know your pocket.
I know what I like to do. I know But we was at this amount. Rest in peace, Decatur. Shouts out to the set. We was at Mondays one night. And there was something going on. And they about freestyle. And I did a little freestyle. And Decatur came up to me, man, I know you freestyle like that. And I'm like, well, I can do it enough, but I'm still not a battle rapper. I still like Spoon. Spoon is one of my favorite MCs. I tell them all the time, Spoon, you're one of the few artists that I actually ride to. Like I listen to you, I listen to Goody, I listen to John Amos, I ride to. Now, I ride to certain Spoon. I ride to more of the back album of Spoon. You know what I'm saying? But Spoon is like, he just always been one of my favorite MCs. Like,
Still nice,
art, like, he got so many songs that just never get heard, it just, like I said, that's part of even like my journey as a DJ. I still, like I played Tad Down the other day, we was somewhere, I played, I don't know if you remember the Bounce with John and the Pastor Troy. I played that somewhere the other day, like, I won't be able to play whatever.
Hey man, it's all about creating the vibe, man. You definitely been doing that, man. My last question to you, brother. I know you're busy, man.
Oh, we good, man.
What do you want people to remember the most about CMD Styles?
If I had to say remember the most, man, it's a good dude. At the end of the day, like, if perfect was over here, I'd be over here. Perfect, but I just try to be the best way I can be. And I want people to look at it like, hey man, he's a good dude. Don't ruffle no feathers, far from soft, but they ain't got the approval on hard, like I tell people, just be a good person, man, be the best person you can be, and that's what I want people to say, man. He's a good dude. I want the best for everybody. That's all. Even in the journey in the music, man, behind the scenes, counseled a lot of people, inbox beefs, like when I see two jokers beefing a little bit, I'll call someone and say, man, I'll let that go. I've given advice, I've helped people and put people in positions when I know they ain't reaching back out to put me in that position. To this day, I still do that. That is who I am. So
that's why the blessings keep coming to you, man.
So I always see everybody.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Any closing thoughts? Anything you got to promote? Let people know about?
Right now, man, just CMD Styles. Google me, follow me, CMD Styles. I'm gonna keep doing me, and hopefully, it'll pay off. Like I said, it's more about peace now than anything. Still recording, still, putting out good music. Blessed to have songs with artists such as yourself. The Pray record is one of the beautiful records.
Yes, sir.
How can we get it heard? How can we get it played? Man, Spoon just did one get live on it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's dope.
Hey, Spoon been going crazy since he came home. Now, I heard the song he got with Black Mel. I don't know if Mel's gonna put it out, but
yeah, and like I said, man, it's so much good music out there.
Yeah.
And I was watching an interview with T-Pain, and he was talking about it. He was just saying, it's always been good music and it's always been bad. It's always been good artists and terrible artists. It's just now we get to see I don't want to say terrible artists, but we get to see artists in the developmental stage. It used to be you got to get developed in.
Yeah.
Now, because of social media, you see them
everything in
through
real
developmental
time.
stage.
Yeah.
Some people appear not so good, but like I tell people, I ain't mad about it because had social media been out when I first started Alberts, y'all probably saw a lot of ugly shirts. Without have posted them ugly shirts, I don't know.
Now we all know you the champion is now.
Right.
Present day.
But see y'all because of
everybody got to start somewhere.
Right. So even as a DJ, I try to make sure I'm skilled. I'm practicing before I do too much.
the fact that you preserving the culture and going through all the necessary work to get you to that point, man, like, that's enough. That speaks volumes, bro. That you still care about the culture of it.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's just like a quick story. My DJ controller got a drink waste on it. So, that's one of them taboos. So I had to take it and get it repaired. So in the process of taking it to get it repaired, I had a little gig coming up. So I had to go ahead and buy another one while this one get repaired. So long story short, it got fixed. And somebody was like, man, I know you were mad about that. I'm like, well, actually, I appreciate it. Because now I know don't have no drinks over by my control. I said, that's part of the process. Because if everything comes to me easy as a up-and-coming DJ, then I'm not going to appreciate the culture. I'm not going to appreciate the growth. I'm not going to appreciate like the day I was at the shop trying to fix one of my subs. I got to go through that. I got to go through those bumps and rolls. So I appreciate all the struggle, man. Like I say, Lord, don't move my mouth and give me the strength to climb. Don't take away my stumbling blocks and lead me all around. So I appreciate all the mountains, the stumbling blocks. That makes it fun.
For sure.
Like I'm sure, like now you can say, boy, remember that mic out? Boy, remember we recorded that on?
Yeah.
You gotta have it.
Yeah.
I appreciate the conversation, man.
Hey, man, that's what it's all about, man. It's a chance for me to get to talk because I don't talk a lot, and I want to talk to people who I want to know about your story.
Right.
So I want to know. I'm sure there's somebody else out there who got some game from this, man. So appreciate your time again, brother.
Yes, sir. No doubt.
Yes, sir.
Goldmine
Mondays. Billy Sloan, CMD Styles, we gone.
Got a gold mine right in your face, but you wouldn't need looking for it. Yeah.